All right, we got somebody in here. How you doing? Wherever you are. 9 people in here. Gonna wait for some more people to show up. I wanted to give an update. Hey, Bill Smith, how are you? Sean B. Yo. Gonna give some shout outs first. Say hi to some people. Jeff Marshall, hi. I am doing well, Sean. Getting back on track. Working my butt off. Shane, hey, Busta. Working my butt off trying to get things back in order here. It's been a long, long road. 22, 23 people. Lightning Dave, thanks for supporting me, Lightning Dave. You are the wrench man so far. Davey, how are you? South Carolina in the house, everybody. Can everybody hear me okay? Give me some ones. Let me know everybody can hear me. 1, 1, 1. Do I hate Albany? Ellis Nino. Albany's a rough. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Dan, Shane, and Sean. Yes, Albany is the armpit of America. Albany is the armpit of America. I would never, ever suggest anybody live in Albany, New York. Just saying. I don't live there, but I am there regularly between Connecticut and Albany. I would say that Albany is the armpit of America, and one of them, and Troy, New York, is the other armpit. And I've been to both of those places doing audits over the last year. Many in those 2 towns. But I just wanted to give some shout outs to some people that have supported my channel. Even in my absence, I have had people support my channel. So I wanted to thank them. I've been to Ravenna, Henry. Hey, Dana. Jay Smith, how are you? Yeah, it's been a while. I've been to Ravenna, and I did an audit in Ravenna. I've done so many in Mass. It's I call it the Massachusetts state. They shut down Regina. Hey, Regina. Good to see you, Regina. Strawman, how are you? All is better. It is not well, but it is better. And that's what I wanted to talk to everybody about. Because I haven't been around in so long, you know, I did an audit, a quick audit, a live audit a couple months ago in Albany again. And, you know, the hypocrisy is still so real, so valid. And I wanted to just give everybody an update about why I have not been on YouTube. I'm a firm believer that if you want to do something, your mind, your heart, your passion has to be in a line, and you have to be doing it for those reasons. If you're in any way obstructed emotionally or spiritually, psychologically, don't do it, because you might get out there and you might have problems that you're creating, you're not centered, and all of a sudden you're not reacting correctly. Daniel, how are you? Thanks, Daniel. So my mind was not correct for, thanks, Jay, many months. As you guys know, I did videos. I broke down in videos. If there's one thing that you know about me, yeah, I have a Papillon and a Chihuahua mix hanging out back here. That's Nico and Bandit. And this is a new vehicle. I got a truck. It's one of the things we're going to talk about. But if you're not centered spiritually, and you know, I'm a William Shakespeare fan, to thine own self be true. If you can't be honest with yourself and do the things for the right reason, then don't do them. You might react inappropriately. You might end up doing something, and all of a sudden, you know, Roscoe, how are you? You end up being, you know, in handcuffs because you actually did something without realizing it wrong. So, you know, that could happen anyways. That could happen anyways. But my point is this. I went through a tough time. I broke down on camera with you guys. I shared it with you. I lost a child. I lost a fiance. I lost my income. I even lost my freedom for 4 days. I was sent to jail as a result of a Coxsackie prison, and subsequently the prosecutor and judge collaborating. And they railroaded me into court, and I ended up going to jail. So I wanted to get my stuff correct. I wanted to get together. I wanted to get money. Hey, Sweden in the house. Featherman. So I wanted to get my stuff together, my mind straight. I wanted to get money together. My car was repossessed. I had a $249,000 home in Connecticut I walked away from. A lot of things changed in my life over the last year or so. So I needed to do what was right for me and take that time and get centered again. And I'm not saying anything about the acts or the it takes two to tango, two to make a relationship, two to break up in a relationship, and I contributed to that too. But I'm back, and my passion has never wavered. I've always thought about I've got to do this. This is who I am. This is who I am. My career as a professional individual in society was taken away from me because a cop woke up on the wrong side of the bed, didn't have his coffee yet, didn't get laid the night before. And even though I won at trial as a pro se litigant, it was difficult because I lost a lot. And I decided that I'm going to do this. The hypocrisy is real, and I'm going to continue to do this throughout my life. So if there are pauses in my videos, if there are pauses unless I'm dead, which could happen, anybody who goes out with a camera and challenges the status quo, there's a possibility they could lose their life. Let's be honest. You can get a rogue cop who's pissed off and boom. So I said to you guys, this is who I am. This is my passion. This is not, I've not wavered. I'm going to continue this battle. And I meant it. So I went out. My car was repossessed, like I said. I bought a truck that tows up to 10,000 pounds. I bought a camper, and camper's 6,000 pounds. My goal is this in life, and it's simple. I'm going to continue doing what I do. And when I get at a point in my finances that I can travel the country, kind of like a James Freeman, props to James Freeman, I will have that camper in tow, and I will be traveling the United States of America. And it will be called the Truth Tour, because I want to expose the hypocrisy in the United States of America. So that's my goal, to be out on the road on the Truth Tour as Tyrone. Alliteration at its finest. I still have a case in Mass. I was told that there's no case. I contacted the police, but I just have a funny feeling they're trying to screw me. Yeah, your son and you can come along. Sure. Thanks for everybody for supporting, by the way. I did want to give some support to some people and some shout outs to some people who have supported me, even if I haven't done audits. Listen to that for a second. I haven't done that many audits over the last few months. People still contact me my GoFundMe, my PayPal on Facebook. I've had the Dirt Farmer drive up to me and support me. People like the Dirt Farmer. People like Penny News, when I was stuck, helped me out. Much love, Penny News, Dirt Farmer. Canadian freedom fighter. Doesn't do audits. From Canada. And yet, sending me money. That's amazing. Amazing. Vince M, Joe K. I'm going to use the last initials to respect some of these people because I don't want to put them on blast if they don't want to be. Uncle Sam, who was a moderator. Uncle Sam. Good Citizen. Brian F. How about Extra Good Citizen? You guys know him, right? William C. Robin A. Deb S. John, Linda, kids. And I mentioned, like Lightning Dave and people that are moderators on my channel. Much, much love. I know you guys are all caught up in the issues with coronavirus in New York. I'm currently one of the states that I do go to is New York. And I can tell you, Gang of Four, how are you, buddy? I can tell you that it doesn't matter whether you believe in the coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever. If you don't believe in it or not, our rights have been restricted. And if you got New York plates on your vehicle, you try to drive to Rhode Island or Massachusetts or New Hampshire or anywhere, your chances of getting pulled over are much, much greater. So I'm trying to stay out of New York, but I make money in New York. I'm doing a roof tomorrow in New York. I'm a roofer. Lately, instead of the professional world that I was in, I'm now a laborer to make money. But, you got to make money. What sucks is, in this world, it doesn't matter because I can't even communicate with you if I don't have money. I don't have phone service. I don't have a camera. I don't have a vehicle to get anywhere. You got to have money. And that's what I'm trying to highlight on this video. That's my whole intent of this video, is to thank the people that have supported me morally, spiritually, and financially. I really, really thank you, because I've been down and out. And it's like people still just show up at the right time, the perfect time. When I'm at my worst, they show up with their best. All those people, and many, many more. All the comments, all the likes. Just watching my video right now. There's 55, 60 people watching this video right now. I haven't been on in months. I wouldn't expect that. But people want to get involved. People care. And in this coronavirus scenario, people are actually coming together. And one of the ways that we are coming together is based on freedom. Because our freedom has been restricted. Yes, it could. It could result in some good videos. Again, I'm trying to get to a point where I can start doing regular videos, regular audits. I want to get out there and do some more audits. I have some people who have asked to go with me. My goal, like I said, I'll repeat myself, is I got the truck, the four-wheel vehicle, I've got the camper. Uneasy Rider, how are you? Jeff Marshall. And I want to go across the country like a James Freeman, just travel to each state by state and try to just see how the differences is, see what things are, and if you do have New York plates, yeah, Jason, you're gonna have to watch the video. I did talk about it. I've had a lot of personal things happen. Coma Fiona, California. Watcher somewhere awake. What up? So be awake, people. Be alive. Thank you, Jason. You know, just because some states are on lockdown, they're starting to open up again. And I can tell you something. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it really, really pissed me off. On some of the police officers' websites, the actual websites, and they made an announcement in New York. Thank you. They said, now that the coronavirus is starting to take it easy, guess what? We're coming for you now. The quote was, y'all had it easy. You better fix your windshields, fix your lights, because we're coming after you. Really? So there's no problem over the last 4 to 6 weeks with those issues. But now that you're, the coronavirus is kind of supposedly things are opening back up, whatever. Now you're going to start writing tickets like you're on gangbusters? Think about that for a second. Is that justice? Or is that making up? That's right, Lady Dave. Is that making up for the money that you lost? Serve and protect or harass and collect. What is your role in our society? Think about that. That's right. They're shaking us down, man. And that's why, I felt bad. I'll be honest with you. I felt bad about a couple of videos that I've done. One of the people, what up? Thank you. I felt bad because I was so overtly aggressive to a couple of these people during traffic stops. And I felt bad. But I can tell you something. Those are the peons in those cultures that do the most damage, because you've got people who don't have food on their plates, who are just making it week to week, and you're going to fine them $200, $400, points on their insurance, and you wonder why people are pissed off. Because at the end of the day, 60, 70% of your job is to collect money from people, write tickets. Police officers have come out and said that on videos. They've told us their truth about their jobs. Gang of Four, are things ready to jump off? I don't know, man, because I've been saying it for about 2 years now. I wonder, with this loss of freedom, with the breakdown in the food industry, they're killing animals because they can't get into processing. They're throwing away milk. There's all kinds of protests going on in California, Michigan. You think about all those things. And now you got the police officers coming back out like gangbusters, acting like road pirates like they usually do. What's going to happen? Because some of the people are going to get shot. And some of those people are going to have videos. If people in this country don't realize how important making videos are, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you believe. Make the video if you see a cop pulling somebody over, doing something, not on the highways, those kinds of things. Don't get yourself jammed up. But make a video whenever you can. And let a court of public opinion decide. And then hopefully a judicial court. Yeah. I did see a video where a guy had a sign in his I have the coronavirus. I thought that was hilarious. Cop came up, he's like, I'm out of here. So, you could put up one of those things, I guess. But my basic intent of this video was to let everybody know where I've been. I felt like I've aged 10 years over the last 6 months. I've been so saddened by life. I feel like I've let down my neighbors, and I don't want to do that. I feel like I haven't been true to myself, and I don't want to do that. So I felt compelled today to come on and make a video, a shorter video. No, I haven't, Mike. There's a lot of people that call us names. That's all right. DMV, that's a good point. I would share with you, I don't know about your state, but in certain states like New York, I bought this vehicle recently. It's 7 years newer than my car, actually, that I had. But it doesn't have an inspection sticker. It has the registration, but you know, they made an allowance, 90-day allowance on inspections. Now check your state. You know, your state might say, look, DMV's closed, inspections are going to be backlogged, so maybe, you know, you don't, and I agree, you know, DMVs and all these things, you know, we're supposed to be able to travel unimpeded, unmolested in the United States of America. Unless we're for commercial use, they shouldn't be bothering us at all. And I'm not a sovereign citizen. I think the police officers are sovereign citizens, the way they act. I'm not. You know, I'm all for, you know, helping out my neighbor, but don't take my money. Don't take my rights away to do it. You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but Florida's given a month. I think New York is in July, so that could be 2 or 3 months. But I could be wrong, but check your state. Because each state is making allowances, depending on some states, maybe not. But some states are making allowances for those things like inspections. I can't get my vehicle inspected, you know. There's nothing I can do. So, I mean, if the cop pulls me over, video's rolling. I can tell you that much. I've never received $1 from the government. I'm just one of those people that did not receive it, did not file for anything, didn't ask for anything. The $1,200 or whatever, or whatever it was, I did not ask or receive any money. You know, Hogan's Adventures, how are you? Yeah, always drive, especially if you're an auditor. If you're an auditor, always have a camera, man. Not just your phone. Like, I have 2 cameras that I'm going to be installing in this vehicle, just to be safe, you know. Because I'll be honest with you, if I could have an exterior camera, and I've seen those too, make sure that you have even exterior, because, you know, if they rip you out of the car, you still want to have something to be filming. Your phone's in their hands, you know. They're always taking property. Asset forfeiture is part of their gig, man. And they say it's not, but you know, I've seen so many places shut down in mass. Mike Stevens, how are you? Mitch Madman, how are you? You know, uploaded to the cloud right away, something like that, you know. Emmett Graves, how are you? Yeah, it is an oxymoron, Emmett. But, you know, I don't get into all those stupid titles and all that. You know, I'm just a person who seeks the truth. It's that simple. Rick J, how are you? You know, I don't want controversy. When I walked out of my restaurant that day to make a delivery, and I asked the cop to move his car so I can make my delivery it was a narrow street, I had to go that way. You know, I got 10 minutes. I'm perfectly timed. I'm trying to help out, make this delivery. I think I was even off, I'm not sure. But I was just helping out. And the cop ends up arresting me. You know, I just want the truth. He lied all over the police report, tried to corroborate with other people, conspire, you know, took my freedom away, took my career away. You know, Tessie, how are you? This stuff happens. And there's a lot of people out there. The Old Church Classic, how are you? Christian Radio, 88.88 FM. I've DJed in a couple radio stations myself. I am FCC licensed and went to the University of Hartford for broadcasting. But I can tell you, this stuff happens, and there's a lot of people out there that don't see it. They think, oh my God, you're an idiot. Why do you talk to the cops? Why are you like that with the cops? Why are you such a mean person? Are you angry inside? Are you on drugs? Oh. I can tell you something. I haven't taken even a pharmaceutical drugs from anything. I haven't been to Rite Aid, to CVS, any of those places for almost a year. Even for like stuff that's non-narcotic. Nothing. I don't buy marijuana anymore. I'm not having in the past, but I don't. Again, almost a year. So I just, as somebody who was actually genuinely victimized by a police officer in a professional capacity, doing my job. And if you think that can't happen to you, you're the idiot. You're an idiot. Just because a cop comes up to you one day and he happens to be a nice guy, and you got a great conversation with him, and you think, oh, cops are nice people. Okay, you saw maybe 5% of that police officer, or maybe 5% of the overall force. I'm going to tell you something. Put a badge on them, put a gun on them, and in the circumstance where they can be a bully, a tyrant, an aggressor, you're going to see a different personality. Part of that's training, part of that's the culture, part of that's just plain and simple ego. And we as a people have to stand up against that. Have to. Because one day it's going to happen, not maybe to you, but maybe to your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, your kids. And you're going to go, oh my God, really? Yeah, they're dead. They're in a coffin. You're at their funeral. And the whole time, you were supporting the police. And what you didn't realize is that maybe, and this is one of the reasons why I do what I do, it's not just for me to get my jolly rocks off and scream at a cop and all that. Maybe you had the information. Argentina in the house. Maybe you had the information and the confidence from watching a video or two to say, wait a minute, I know this is wrong. I saw this on a video once. This is wrong. You can't rip me out of my car because I didn't use my directional, just because you want to get your jollies off on me. Don't let it happen. You have every right to just crack that windshield. Don't roll your window all the way down. Houston in the house, simple man. Don't let that cop get a hold of you when it's not pertinent. It's not necessary. It's against the law. Learn certain things like Terry v. Ohio. Things like search and seizure. No, don't let them search your car. You haven't seen the video. They're caught planting drugs. You haven't seen how many videos of police officers arrested for planting drugs. They might smash the window out. That's a lot less likely, because once you start to retract and push back, as I've expressed in 99.9% of my videos, it becomes a pissing contest. Somebody told me that once, and they were right. It's like a pissing contest. So knowledge, confidence, push back. I'm not saying fight back. Don't fight. At some point in time, you might have to surrender and say, okay, we'll take it to court. But don't let yourself get to that point, is what I'm saying. If you're in order to do the New England spin I've talked about. Spin your way out when somebody's trying to get behind you, when somebody's in front of you. I know what they're doing. Anyways. There's too many videos out there where the proof is positive. Police officers are arrested, police officers are fired, and yet they still can get another job in another county somehow. You know, that national database needs to get more relevant. Yeah, if they bring a drug dog, you know, they better have a reason. And none of that where they're using their hand. Watch their gestures when they're with that dog, because they can actually signal the dog to jump up without you realizing it. Make sure you are in visible area. You can be 10 feet away, 15 feet away, 20 feet away. It doesn't matter. To watch that interaction, because they will get that dog to react. Even though that dog's not reacting naturally, they're creating that just so they can search your car and then plant drugs. Especially if you're an auditor. Especially if you're an auditor. Trust me, if you think there isn't a huge database about auditors, you're wrong. The Fusion Center and a special database. Look up the FBI history as far as when it comes to people protesting the United States of America status quo. It's from the inception. They don't like it, and they will do whatever they can do to push back and allocate that status quo. And that status quo means that we are basically peons to them. It's them against us. You know, I hope there's a small amount of time. I hope things that are going to come to fruition, like I've always said they would. You know, I gave it 5 years like 2 years ago, so hopefully it won't take 3 more years. But I'm going to tell you something. This coronavirus has, I think, awakened a lot of other people that normally weren't awakened, because they saw their freedoms deprived without any real, you know, jurisprudence or any real cause. You know, they just, how did this happen? How can I not go out of my house? How can I not, you know? And I'm not saying anything about the legitimacy of the coronavirus. What I'm saying is, it became like martial law in a lot of states without any just cause. And I felt like, and I said this from the beginning, I felt like there's an issue here. I get it. But there's a huge overreaction to that issue. But the overreaction was concerning to me. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just felt like it was an overreaction. And I feel like we're all going to pay the price in November and December. I feel like there's going to be a huge problem in our country. I really do. You know, even the New York governor today, Governor Cuomo, said in his speech that if people are in a grocery store and they're not wearing a mask, they can be asked to leave or be taken out by, well, he didn't say police force, but basically what he's alluding to is they can be taken out by police force. You know, they're just, I can stay 6 feet away and I'm still kicked out. I'm still going to be kicked out. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'm going to say something. It's highly, highly concerning to me that we're at this point. So, Teflon Iron, how are you? So I'm still, yeah, Nipple Boy. I call him Nipple Ring Boy. I don't know if you saw that video, but what you doing there, Nipple Boy? Check that out. Cuomo and his nipples. So, my point is this. I'm tired. I worked a long day today. I worked a long week, I'm sorry. Worked in the rain yesterday. I haven't been on videos a lot, but I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still fighting the cause. I had a video that I was recording 5-6 days ago. I turned it off out of respect for my boss. I'm not going anywhere. No stop except for that gun, and it's gonna better kill me. So that's my Papillon. Nico, say hi. Come on, Nico. All right. He's shy. Come on. Come on. Oh, he growled at me. He never growls at me. That's Nico. He is a papillon, French for butterflies. And Bandit's over here. Hey, buddy. So we're still here. I'm just trying to get my stuff together, get things financially straightened out. Find money in the bank on reserve. Got a camper. Got a truck. You know, and together, man. Get my stuff together so I can get back out there. You know, I haven't even touched base that much with people on YouTube. I really have, you know, looked inside and trying to figure out what's going on with me. And I think that's important for everybody. Like I said in the beginning of this, you know, it's important to be centered, you know, to that willy-nilly, because you're going to end up, you know, doing something stupid and not serving the cause, but serving yourself, and then you get in trouble and you end up, you know, it's just not worth $20. One of the people, all right, you know, doing back into a, you know, forklifts and buckets and, you know, doing everything, but, and I won't get into what he does, but he's a good guy. He's actually a good boy. Gave me a job in an industry, you know, and I couldn't get a job anywhere. I couldn't get a job because of the cases in Mass. I was indigent, you know, and I got a job with him, and I appreciate it, and for him, you know. So, and I think that's the right thing to do. I really do. Police overreaching their rights, you know. Cops aren't granted. So I'm able to draw that line there. I think he respects me enough, because he did tell me, you know, you can continue doing it, just don't wear the paraphernalia. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off now. It's been about 40 minutes. I haven't done a 40-minute video in a long time. So, tell them you like what we do. That means a lot to me when you guys those comments. Sign out. This is New England Truth. My name is Tyrone. Love you all, and I'll talk.